Okay, so I'm going to start introducing. I'm Tara. I was on Cookienauts for the entire time that we were 4 years competing, 4 years, and I just graduated. But on the team, I was a driver, builder, and the outreach organizer.
Okay. I'm Anna. I was on Cookienauts for 2 years? And I was a programmer and I was also a drive coach.
So I'm Sandy. I've been on it for 2 years. I was a programmer, electrical, and a drive coach.
Okay, so I am Maddie Ann Rose. I was a builder, the business, and driver for the team. So, okay, so we're here to talk about judging. I don't know how we're gonna prop this up. Will it go against this?
Just hold it. I'll hold it.
Just hold it. Okay. Okay. So as stated, we're the Cookienauts. We're also a rookie team called the Royals. Me and Sandy here. We started a Royal team at our high school. I think you gotta go up. Okay. We've been part of First for 5 years now, or 9 years, and then First Tech Challenge for 5. This will be our 5th. We're really excited to keep doing this.
Okay. So for all-day judging, judging starts the moment you walk in the door. So if you see anybody, you gotta act like you're like a judge. I don't. So just act like everybody is a judge and you should be fine. Anyone representing your team can influence your score, can dock it or erase it or whatever. That includes team members, coaches, mentors, and parents. So just make sure everybody's respectful and show gracious professionalism.
It's swiping back. Oh,
there
we go. No, there we go.
There you go. Okay, so in the judging room, you have an assigned judging room and time. We usually like to be there 10 minutes early in case they're going early than usual. And it's good to be early. There's usually 2 to 4 judges in the judging room on every judge thing, I don't know. And then you have 5 minutes presentation time, and we can discuss this more later.
Okay, so not everyone will be visited in the pit by judges. So they go in different groups and will walk around, and they typically have a specific team that they're going to visit. And there's so you want to walk around and smile and interact with them, so they'll want to come talk to your team too. So and they come in groups of 2 to 3 and will be focused on one aspect. So there's the ones that are all the way do everything, and then there's ones that do robot, and then there's ones that do outreach. So if a judge is focusing on robot and asking robot questions, then you should probably focus on talking about robot.
Okay, things to bring to the judging room. The first thing is you definitely want to bring your robot. This helps the judges understand what you're talking about when you're talking about your robot, as well as help you explain it to them. Then you also want to bring your notebook. This is where you turn in your notebook, is the judging room, and this could be a little different with the online portion, but you want to bring your notebook, and then they can look through it while you're presenting. Posters and presentation tools are not mandatory. It's more of an optional thing, but our team loves to use them, and it helps us keep on track. It helps us stay organized, and it helps the judges have something to visualize while you're talking to them instead of just watching you. They can look at pictures, words, all that stuff. And then you also want to make sure your entire team is there. It's not really that great if someone stands out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you will get knocked down unless they have a good excuse. One year we had a teammate who was sick, so she wasn't in the judging room, but she came later in the day. And then the last thing is your team spirit. Make sure that the judges remember you. That's the most important thing. And you want to make sure that because they'll see about five other teams, especially at state, and you want them to remember you. And then when you're preparing for judging before the competition, you want to practice your presentation and possible questions. So there's resources online of possible questions they might ask you, and you can also have like parents or your coaches and mentors come and ask you questions, so that way you get used to answering them. You want to make sure that everyone participates. This is really important, not just speaking, but also answering questions. It's not good to have someone just standing in there. You want to make good eye contact, not just make it comfortable. Make yourself memorable, like I said. Everyone should talk more than once. You want to have team spirit, find something unique about yourself and let them know about it. That way when they see you later in the pits, they instantly know that it's your team. Then the most important thing that we always talk about is the judges don't know that you messed up. So if you say something wrong, if you forgot a sentence in your speech, if you messed up something, then they won't know that unless you say, oh, dang it, I messed that up. So don't, like, if one of your teammates misses something, don't point it out. And if you miss something, just keep talking. They won't even know. And then you can answer that in questions if you want to really bring that up. And then mentors and coaches are not allowed in the judging room. This is an important fact because I know in FLL, it's kind of like a iffy thing where sometimes they're allowed in and sometimes they're not. But for FTC, they're definitely not allowed in. And it also helps us because we're not looking at our coach while we're trying to present to the judges like, oh no, I forgot something, let me go look at them. So that's that.
Okay, so I'm going to be covering timing breakdown, and this is going to be different because of the whole COVID and everything. So don't take our exact word for everything we're saying because it's changed a little bit this year. So there's a total of 15 minutes in the judging room, 5 minutes guaranteed non-interruption. I know this year we're going to be doing videos, so that'll be nice. And then there's 10 minutes of questions. So the timers, there are timers that will be knocking on the doors. They knock every 5 minutes and at the end, and this is just to keep track of the time for the judges. So don't be alarmed by this. And does anyone have any questions?
I actually have a sort of comment real quick. This might be a bit too late, but you might be able to share your presentation now just on your screen as well.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
Letting you guys know. But on the presentation aspect, you mentioned the timers. Is there any chance they might come early or a bit later?
Typically not, because they have stopwatches outside, so it depends on when they start it. But they typically start it once the door closes and once everyone's inside, and so you get 5 minutes guaranteed without interruption. So.
Okay. Sounds good. Does anyone else have any questions in this room? Okay, Twaka is silent.
Anyone else?
Yeah, looks like we're good on questions. No one chat. Yeah, it looks like you did a very good job of explaining it.
Thanks.
Yeah. See?
Any suggestions for a rookie team?
Oh yeah, any suggestions?
Well, our rookie year, what we really wanted to talk about judging was because we didn't realize that there was a judging room. So just be aware of what is going to happen. That's why we really wanted to talk about judging, was we didn't know our rookie year. So we walked in and they're like, here's your judging time. And we just walked in and just talked about our robot, and we did great and it was fine. So if that's all you want to do, and just walk in there and talk, but it's nice to have a bit of a plan and to know what you're talking about.
So in your presentation, what should you cover?
Covering in presentation. So you want to cover everything about your robot, tell them everything that you can think of about it, programming, attachments, all of that. And then you want to talk about your outreach, what you did, how you did it, how much you did. And then the other big thing I think is business, is like, who did you connect with? How did you get your money? All of that.
It's also really nice to cover things that would make you really stand out, or just anything in general that would help out or help you, stand out, basically to be different.
What was the thing that made you guys stand out and were different?
What do you guys think? We really like to have, we try to make our team really fun and bring that into the judging room. We are an all-girl team, so we like to point that out, kind of show that we encourage that with girls in our community. Be fun, crazy outfits, all that. Just make yourself stand out and make sure that sometimes you might have a chant, and that's how you go into the judging room, and everyone remembers you as the team that chants. Or you might be the team that has galaxy pants, because that was us. Something. And then, like, of course, your personality. You want to be fun, you want to be upbeat, or like that was what we were. And some teams might be more serious and really, I don't know, professional, but you still want to be professional no matter what. But just let your personality shine through and how you interact as a team.
You show many of your colors?
Be yourself.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When do you guys do your
So what was that question?
Do you show programming or anything?
Yes.
Yes. You guys want to kind of go in a little bit more depth with that?
Kind of say what you say.
Oh, so like usually on our programming thing, we talk about what we do in autonomous and then teleop as well. And then kind of like, what is it called? What programs we use.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have different programs based on what field is set up? Do you have multiple programs? Do you have a single program that does it all?
Last year we had 8 programs
Okay,
For autonomous.
for autonomous only.
right.
And then we wanted to do more for worlds, but didn't get to.
Right.
Okay.
And then we had one for autonomous, or not autonomous,
Teleop.
teleop, obviously. So 9 in total.
So what did you guys do in the end game?
Last year,
Yeah, last year.
we
Yeah, we
Yeah.
moved the mat and we parked.
Mhm.
That was our main thing.
Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, we did the capstone sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, capstone.
Been a while.
No problem.
Yeah.
Guys are awesome. You guys have any questions? Welcome.
We love working with you guys.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. We'll miss you
Thanks.
very much, guys. Thank you. I wasn't here for your whole presentation, so I don't know everything you guys said. I'm sorry, I had to leave for a few minutes.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Did you guys talk about Motivate?
The awards,
Yeah,
or just motivate? Oh, we didn't talk about awards, but we can.
yeah, what'd you guys do?
Sorry, what?
Well, any suggestions for them concentrating on specific awards or trying to get the judges to understand how much they did for each of the awards, or any suggestions like that?
So we never really went into a competition saying we're getting this award.
Right.
That was never our intention. So we normally just try to cover everything as equally as possible. We spent the same amount of time on robot as we did outreach, that kind of stuff for the talking with judges. But if there is a judge, like Anna was saying, who walks up to your table in the pit and is talking specifically about your robot, you don't really want to talk to them about your outreach because they're focusing on robot, and that's who they are. They're the robot judges because they're split up into different sections. And then if they're talking about outreach, you can talk to them about the other aspects, but you really want to focus on the one part because the other judges might come and look at you too and come talk to you too.
You might have different groups that come in. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're mostly looking for one specific area. You're right. All right. I think that's good. Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate you getting on and talking to us about that.
Thank you for letting us present.